Are you doubting your relationship will last? Or are you thinking that whether she's the right one or she's not? Today, I'll share with you my own experience and give you the clarity on what you should do, what you should not do in order, especially in the realms of modern dating where it's so fucked up, right? Even I disagree with it fully. I don't like the modern dating. I don't like the usage of Tinder, you know, how toxic the culture is where a man need to be six-figure income, 6 inches tall, which I'm not. I'm 5 inches something. I think I'm 5'9", 5'8". I don't remember. I'm 170 cm. You could convert that shit. And it does not make any sense, right? A lot of things are born genetically and we can't change it. It's like this. In the dating world, it's like a chess game, right? A king moves how many squares? One square, right? Diagonally forward, left, and right. Only one square. A queen can move how far is she's able to go in the board, right? But a girl, as long as you're like what pretty, you can get the most richest man in the world. But what if men we are born into this world with no value, zero, nothing to our name, nothing to us, and a lot of things that we cannot control. Yeah, I could control my income. Can I control my height? Can I control my body? No, right? A lot of things are unrealistic because of three, four things, right? The first thing that is very make it very unrealistic is social media. Social media has caused it to for people to focus on the highlight on the top 1% and not the girls, they want fancy life and they don't want to work for it. They just want a chic leg, marry a rich dude, and then be happy for the rest of her life. And in fact, that is the case here for most girls, where I think this is a major thing that I am disappointed about. Where people just look and just want to work and just get rich. Right? A rich man won't marry a girl if she doesn't provide value, right? You go ask 10, oh no, you know what, 100 rich men out there, millionaires or billionaires, right? There's a lot of reason why they marry that one girl that they like. It's not only because they like them. There's a lot of factors out there that, which is the first key point of the video, value. No matter your man, your woman, if you can provide value to one another, then that relationship matters, right? Let's say you are a millionaire. What kind of girl do you want to date? I'll give you mine. I want a girl that's caring, feminine, loyal. Don't do drugs, don't vape. And just have moral, have kindness, be smart, and that's all. It's very simple, right? I'm looking for all of those traits that I know it can bring value to help me shape into an even better me, right? And what are girls are looking for value in a man? For me, what values can I bring in? Yeah, I'm empathetic. Even if, right, there are times where I look cold on the outside, but to those who I care, I really care about them. I would sit down, stop my work, make sure they're okay, make sure they're mentally well, mentally stable. Like, they could express their concerns to me, and I'll be that pillar amidst the storm and never falls, never shelters. Like, even if I fall, it won't be in front of them, right? I'll fall behind the scenes and I'll get back up. And what could I provide on value? I have a dream, I have an ambition, I have a drive. I can and I will signal more resources that I could make sure the survival, I can make sure that I get money, right? Number three, what else can I bring to the table? I learn non-stop. No matter who you are, what you are out there, I always seek to learn more knowledge. Yes, I could be very smart, but I always would look for someone better than me because they always have something that I don't know. Because the more you learn is the more you don't know. This is something that you could think about. What value do you bring? Write it down, write it down. Seriously, write it down. Write it down. What value can you bring? If you think that that value that you bring is too little or too insignificant, it's a sign you should start doing something. It's a sign that you must and you will do it. And if you think that's too little, write down some quality, some traits that you want to have. Let's say you want to be confident. Write it down. Confident. I want to be confident. And I will be confident. And you know, in fact that you are, in a matter of fact, you are confident. But also traits you want to be. Let's say you want to be rich. So how to be rich? I have a video talking about money online in today's world. Right? How to be rich? Work. Not just work 9 to 5. Work your ass off. Don't just work a 9 to 5. Work your own business. Work your own personal brand. Even when you feel not like it. Even like me, I'm tired. Like you see my eyes. I still have the discipline to make a video. Yeah, I could just go doze off. Or I could just sit here, sacrifice 1 hour of sleep, make videos, and have a potential big money when I'm in 30s or 40s, so I don't need to worry. Both are hard. Both are hard. Which one do you prefer? You pick it. Which this segues to point number 2. I want you to look at the positive side. A lot of times when we are doubting in a relationship, is that we way too focused. We are way too focused on this one negative thing that you think is bad. In order for you to love someone is to accept every single flaw they have. Not really just to accept, you're gonna accept, I'm gonna accept and not do anything. No. You accept part of the flaws that you can't change and you point out that flaws that you could help them change. Let's say you don't like them, how they slam the door. You don't just if you don't like it, you don't just really accept it. Some of it you need to accept. Some of it you can help them change. Right? Don't focus on the negative narrative because it will kill a cycle on your head. Right? Let's say you focus on them slamming the door, for example. Then when they tell you something, you're gonna interpret that in a negative manner because your brain really negative. You interpret it in a negative manner. So when you interpret it in a negative manner, what happens to your emotions? You feel a negative emotion, right? Say, oh, she doesn't love me. And then you feel like really emotional, very sad, depressed as fuck. Then after that, what happens? You feel depressed? What happens after that? You think in a more negative way, oh, she doesn't want me, and then you end up in an endless cycle of doom of negative narrative. And each one of it gets worse, 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 worse. Until one time, you would just take a gun, shove it down your mouth, and fire 10 rounds, and you die. Yeah. That's the scary truth of life. So how do we change it? Look at the good things. Take out a book. Write down. Know what? 300. Write down 300 reasons why you like her. Why you love her. List down to the every single minute details. Every single one. Tiny as this. 1 millimeter. Write it down. Alright? Write it down. Focus on the good. And I'm watching you. You want your relationship to flourish, right? Do it now. Because why? Because if you don't, then you're only wasting your time. You're wasting her time. And not just that. Someone out there that's meant for you is slowly taking their life away. So if you think she's the one, just write it down. Because in order for you to gain clarity, is to write it down, analyze, reassess, re-evaluate. You write down, you look at it. Because when you write down, it looks more clearer. Instead of being a mental, You say, oh, you can make a mental list on your mind. It becomes very messy, becomes very disorganized. So when you write it down, it's like removing one of your thoughts down, put into your book, down, put into your book. So eventually your mind becomes clear. One cannot see the reflection of oneself if the water is not calm. So basically, calm your mind down by writing it down, transfer it from your head to a paper. So when you transfer that, your mind becomes calmer, your brain becomes more clearer. When you look at it, you can analyze in a better way. So you, and I emphasize this, you can have a better life, a better relationship. Alright? I would truly want the best for you. And this is all happened from my own personal experience. Yeah, I went through 2 heartbreaks. So what? I'm okay. I'm sharing this so you doesn't repeat the mistake, so you can actually find the right person. Number 3. This is the best one and my most recent one. I learned no one is foreverly busy, just their priority. Right? You could be texting to a girl, in the talking phase, talking to her, talk. You text her every day, and then sometimes you text her and then she doesn't reply for you like what, 5-6 hours. You could say that, oh yeah, she's busy, she doesn't reply you back 5-6 hours, but let's take a look at a different perspective. Do you think a person is able to work 5-6 hours? Yes, the chances of that person able to work 5 hours is very aren't likely, but it's still possible, right? But in between your work, do you happen to have, sometimes when you check your phone, let's say you took a 2 hour and after you check your phone, see what messages come out. And then like the chance of that occurring very high, right? Even if you are busy, right? Let's say even if you're busy, you work 8 hours a day. Non-stop, no distraction, you just work 8 hours a day. What's the chances that you would, once you're back from that, when you're deep work, you reply to your text and then you apologize, or not even apologize, you just tell the person, oh yeah, I did not show a message. I was working, I was busy. That's the thing that our modern world lacks: proper communication. Proper verbal, not really verbal, but expression. Like, if you're busy, just tell someone you're busy. If you don't want to talk, just tell them you don't want to talk. If you don't want to do it, don't feel like talking, just tell to the other person. So you tell them so they don't need to waste their time keep on engaging with you and wasting everything. Right? That's also a bonus point there. Communicate properly. If you don't want to do it, tell them you don't want to do it. Be honest, be authentic. And I tell you, there's no one that's always busy. It just depends how high you up your priority list are. And I'll tell you a story, right? For some of you guys that stayed. Imagine this. Imagine you skip something important that's super high up in your priority list for a girl. Because you think she's the one. Because you see so much potential in her. And then when you realize that she's only there because she needs you. She's only there because she's lonely. She's only there because you're an option, perhaps a backup. Never go down that route, my friend. Never. If someone treats you like an option, treat them like an option. Leave with respect. Right? Never beg a seat at a table when you can make your own table. Never beg a place for in people's life. Never, ever you end up breaking yourself to bend yourself and eventually your heart will get broken. So with that story out of the way, so what can we get from, what can we learn from here? People's priority list, if they put us up on high, we put them on high, alright? You see them not reciprocating our effort, so be it, right? So be it. We find someone that's giving out equally as much as we give out, because it's unfair for you, man. And I can feel it. And I can feel it from the deepest part of me. Just give, 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 give. And everyone just takes without giving you anything. Even though you give without hoping for return. It'd be nice someone gave something to you, didn't you? So what can we do? Avoid overgiving. Give for those for you who you care. And give those, prioritize giving to those also give back to you. If like you give them something, they give something to you in return. Prioritize them. Because it's very hard for you to find someone like that. See you tomorrow. Probably 8 a.m. Before 8 a.m. GMT proceed. A new video will be out. And before I go, I just want to let you guys know. I've been fighting a lot on mental in my head. But know that you are the reason that kept me going. Your comments, your life getting better. Those help me during my deepest, darkest days. Remember that.